YouTube, what's happening? It's the Six Paths Commandments. Youngin, you gotta put some shorts on, youngin. Do frame alert. You feel me? It's your boy Six Paths Dice. This is a Six Paths of Health. So on this channel, we analyze everything from a performance perspective, and we're trying to get to the highest performance levels. Okay. So me myself, I've been battle rapping since 2014, and on and off. You know, sometimes serious, sometimes not so serious. But I'm an active battle rapper, and I'm also an entrepreneur. And I have been on platforms such as Gates of the Garden, UW when that was a thing. I've I've been on what else? Been on? We've been on 15 Minutes of Fame, Grit City, and also Showtime Battle League, as well as also Trap House, as well. Shout out to Peso, shout out to No Mercy, all those good guys over there. But anyway, so we're not here for that. We're here to talk about Nome 12. We're gonna go ahead and run through these predictions real quick. You know, I've been telling the coach that I'm gonna start doing these blogs for a minute now. Fix my collar. Goodness, y'all didn't even tell me that a player had to fix his collar. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious, you know. So that it. Okay. So, first battle on the card. Or maybe, I don't know if it's towards the bottom of the card. So we got Nunn versus Danny Meyers. So, I heard T-Rex make a really interesting point about Nunn versus Danny Meyers. And he said that Danny Meyers is going to continue to punish whoever they put in front of him because they're not giving him the so-called God tiers, which would be Lux and Mook at this point. But honestly, with the performances that Lux and Mook are putting on in juxtaposition with their legacy, it really, I mean, at this point, what's the point of even wanting the Lord Lux battle or Mook battle? It's never going to be how it was. The only way we're ever going to get back there is if Lux and Mook start all the way over. You know why Rock is who Rock is? Yes, Rock maybe isn't as insightful as maybe Lord of Lux, or maybe sound well. Rock has perfected, between Rock and Charlie Clips. Those are two battle rappers who have perfected simplicity. Okay, it's where lyrics meet simplicity, meaning that it's given to you in a way where when you hear it, you don't have to think about it too much. That's how we get good performances. If we're saying stuff that it's not so much that it's so intricate that we can't get it. When we say things that just don't resonate, like when Mook was out there with Reed, most of that didn't resonate because he was up there rapping for himself. It's not an album where the person's going to hear you over and over again. The person has one time to get it, or the crowd at least has one time to get it. So I'm not sure why Danny would even want these battles. A lot of people are saying it's really random. And you already know not even saying my theories, but the way that, and listen, it's just good business, okay? None is not expensive to put on the card. And also, Nunn be getting busy. Now, I'm not necessarily saying I be watching Nunn like that, but I'm aware of the fact that the culture is saying that Nunn is, it's like he's getting, I guess you could say his just due. You know, we all, I mean, I never was a time where I didn't think he wasn't talented. It's just that this level of battle rap, you have to have the star power. I think one of the biggest things that keeps cats from having star power is not being aware of their image. Okay? And I said this to who was I talking to? I was talking to my boy Spades, aka Metalhead. And I said the optics of Nunn in any battle, do they ever look good? Nunn be dressed like he about 46. And I know, I mean, and I think, listen, battle rap is a grown man sport. Most people who are really like they're 30 plus. They're not little kids, because we're past that now. To be able to rap on this level, you gotta be 30 plus to rap on this level. Period. I mean, like Surf, John, Lord Lux, Mook, Danny Meyers. The list goes on. Tay-Rod. These people. If you're tracking their ages, when you think about the time when they really kind of got all the way up there in terms of being unbeatable, they was all in their 30s. They like who else? Geechee Gotti, Rum Nitty. These are not young dudes. These guys are fathers. These guys have a lot of like real world experience. Hitman Holler, Calico. All these people are grown as hell. Super grown, okay? But the issue with Nunn is the optics, and also nothing about you says, I want a piece of that for myself. It has to be something about you that people want to emulate. I don't care if it's they like your glasses, okay? You got to have accents to your character for people to really get into you, because they don't have anything to get into. There's nothing, because again, if you want to battle and the only thing they're going to get is your creative rhymes, they better be fucking amazing, and you better be delivering them on the highest level. So with that being said, I think Nunn is talented. Then again, if you're on caffeine and everything, you can rap. Obviously, if you're on caffeine, if you're on these cards, you can rap. It's just business to have people who don't cost that much be on the card, okay, and also to fill the card up, all right. Which is why you'll see in terms of purses, you'll see mismatches in purses a lot. So we're not getting as many battles where it's a guy on the come up, and then the other guy costs more money. We're getting battles where it's like they're going to keep putting this person in front of you because they don't cost much to put them in front of you, and it's like, well, they're not dying. As long as you're not dying up there, you're going to keep getting opportunities. You know what I mean? So with Nunn, I think Nunn's going to be the best Nunn ever. But honestly, what helped Nunn's, performance a lot more is if he paid more attention to the optics. We're at a stage 9 battle rap where you should not be coming up there wearing things that don't make someone say, I like that, or he looks like he's going to win. It brings a metaphor to mind, not metaphor, but example that Mike Tyson used about basically what kind of shape boxers are in these days. He's like, man, in our day, or he's talking about his time, his goal was to look like a warrior, was to have an amazing body, So, and that's where the whole, I think, like, a few hundred push-ups, a few hundred crunches, 4-mile run, a few hundred squats. I think that's how Mike Tyson got his build. And also Mike Tyson is genetically, which, he has great genetics. He's made for this. Guys who are between like 5'6" and 5'9" are able to get like the best bodies because their bodies are not long. So therefore, when they put on muscle, it's easier for them to put on round muscle because their arms and legs aren't that long. Whereas when you see guys who are tall, it's a lot harder for a guy that's tall to get big biceps or to get big muscles, because that's a lot of frame to cover. They have a bigger frame. Whereas a small person has a smaller frame. But anyway, when we pause the battle, right, and y'all are face to face, I shouldn't look at the other guy and say, nah. Okay? Another analogy. I'll take it a step further. Me and Meadows had in the same conversation talking about back in the day, there would be independent artists that you didn't necessarily have heard of before, and you would see them, and just because of what they had on, you might say, I'm good. You just won't be curious. Listen, you're fit, and who you were styled by, don't take that for granted. That has a lot to do with whether or not people can get into you. Because people have to want to be able to emulate you. But I think Nunn's image more than anything, I think has hurt his not hurt his career, but it doesn't help. Same thing with JC. I was in the chat and they were talking about how, when you see JC's not dressed like a star. He's dressed like one of the fans. JC has been dressing better lately, okay? But this is the thing about battle rap where, we should be at a point where everyone should have a stylist, or at least someone that's going to style you for the event. It's one thing if you're not getting paid, but brother, I'm like, shoot, if they're going to pay you $10,000, you can pay a stylist $200 or $300 or whatever to pick out some gear for you, what I mean? Or pick out or style you for your next 10 battles. Especially if you were, Surf never had this problem really, but, in general, a lot of bad rappers don't be paid like that. You look at the pre-COVID era, man, you look closely, man, a lot of niggas is wearing the same pants to events, you know what I mean? Because again, it's not millions of dollars in battle rap. I think there could be. Now more than ever, being as though we can have these social media platforms, if you can do something that's entertaining and people can get into it. The thing is, in order to have content is like being a chef, or it's like being a chef. And you're cooking, but you gotta be cooking every single day. It's like running a restaurant. Like, people come to your page to eat every single day. Okay, you want people to keep coming. You can't be that black hood restaurant that there's a spot over here in Irvington. I'm not sure it's the same cats in there. It was a Muslim spot. From what I can remember, it was good food, right? But you would come in there, right? And you would say, hey, I want this. And you had, listen, actually, no, scratch. Black restaurants in general, you have to hope they have what you asked for. Because they act like, basically that, they only need to get a finite amount of food. And I'm like, I don't know, it's just, maybe I'm not meant to understand. I don't understand it. But anyway, but besides that, I know I went in length about Nunn and his clothing, but I'm just saying, man, gotta do better with your image. If you want people to watch you, bro, you gotta do better with your image so people can get into you. Because again, people have to look at you rapping. All right, people have to enjoy looking at you rap. That's why it's better to be in shape. It's better to be in shape, and it's better to look really nice. Okay, I don't care how much effort you gotta put into it. This is only gonna be shot one time. You're not gonna do this battle over and over again. Why not look your absolute best? Okay, like again, we shouldn't be up there looking like we not getting money or like we're not successful. Okay, I don't care if you gotta fake it till you make it. I need to be on point. Okay, those sneakers need to be on point. It can't be nothing, especially if you're on a big stage. Ugh, can't be nothing dirty about you. It better be the best outfit you can put together. But where Danny's at right now, first of all, Danny has wrapped himself into a god level of rapping. You can't beat Danny if he's in there prepared. First of all, not even an if. Danny has to be down and out for you to have a chance with Danny. It's very hard to have a chance with Danny Meyers. Okay? I really respect what Danny has done because Danny has worked. He's worked himself into quite a position of power, by being himself. But it is funny. They both kind of suffer from the same thing. I think Danny's done a little better with his image recently. But again, it's like, bro, you're not trying to look good. Again, it's like, do y'all want to watch rap videos or videos in general, or just anything with hip hop? Do you want to watch anything with hip hop where the artist and the host are wearing old clothes or they just don't look good? No, it's bad for production. It's bad for production to not have your gear together. But I'm sorry, but I must say, of course, I think everybody got Danny Meyers because Danny Meyers don't take nights off. He don't take nights off, and he has slightly more. I won't even say star power. He has a little more presence, and Danny can rap his way into a victory with almost anybody. I think at this point, no one can really beat him because he has so much experience. He's put in so many reps. One thing I didn't get when I was younger trying to make music, I didn't understand that, Kassan, you're going to have to make hundreds of songs and listen to them and let people say they whack. Or let people say, hey, your flow not as tight as it could be. And fix it. And keep going. Danny has rapped everywhere. I don't even know how many battles Danny has, but he has so much experience, to the point where, like, man, he just beat Tay-Rock. Just beat Tay-Rock. Well, according to the culture, it's between a debatable and a win for Danny. But mostly a win for Danny. But he's another one that suffers from not having the right accents to your character. You gotta be poised. Poise is so important because if people don't, and also too, your cool factor. Anyone can go up there and be cool. It's not like how it was back in the day where you had to have a stylist or you had to have natural fashion sense. All you have to do is go on Instagram and get your little look going there, But Danny has more access to his character. He has more high profile wins. And he's another part of the business model of booking someone who doesn't cost very much, which is why you saw Danny on everything. But in that time, Danny finished perfecting his style. Danny pretty much beat Hollow for the most part, or else debatable. He had it between debatable and some people might feel like he beat Hollow. So at this point, I think Hollow was one of the three gods here that's we're battling, and also like Lux ain't getting gods here anymore, man, because. Again, those weren't Lux versus Geechee, not a god tier performance. We got the flashes. You can feel the power. You can feel like the energy and whatnot. But Lux will not attack the way he needs to attack. Also, he does not do it often enough. I don't know if maybe when he battled Geechee, he had enough time to prep. I don't know. But then again, I don't think it even matters because, like, bro, you're not willing to do what needs to be done in order to win. A lot of battle rappers have this problem. You will not do what needs to be done in order to win. You know what you need. We're in a time where people are punching every single bar. You don't have to do that every bar, but when you land your punch, it has to be a room shaker. It has to be one of those ones. Okay? And with that being said, like I said before, it could be a debatable. I think it's going to be a great battle because this is a sleeper battle that the battles that people don't look for to be the best battles are usually great battles. So because we know that Nunn's going to be in there hungry, and Danny, listen, let me tell you something. Danny's on a tear. He's on the same tear I'm on. The way I do in the battle, is not predicated on who my opponent is anymore, or if they're good, because all that does is ruin your motivation. Excuse me. Pardon me. If your drive to win doesn't come from within, because you have to be a natural winner. You have to win everywhere. How you do one thing is how you do everything. That's why you see artists like these big profile battles. You be like, man, how did he get up there and have that kind of material? Because he wasn't motivated to win. He didn't really want to win. He didn't care. Especially the greats. Gotta realize they've already beat the game. How can they really be motivated to play a game they already beat like several times? Rex got that problem. Mook got that problem. Lux got that problem. You know what I mean? Because you get to a certain point where it's like, how motivated can you be? They're not hungry no more because they've already beat the game. Not only that, Lux has been hearing that he's the greatest for a long time. Mook has been hearing you're the greatest for a long time. It's almost like the same as like in terms of the black YouTube space and how we've been having a conversation about how black women see themselves. And for the most part in our community, we never give onus to black women like that. And I didn't realize until I really heard the conversation more about, you know what? We really don't be judging or critiquing black women like that. And what that does to a person is it makes them feel like, well, shoot, I mean, they've never heard that, hey, maybe you need to work on this. Or humble yourself. Or learn how to humble yourself. So it makes a person think they're perfect. So that's what they're all suffering from. You're all suffering from thinking you're perfect. And it's hard. If you think you're perfect and you think you're so great, how can you make the room for it? Okay, this is how I'm going to have to do it. Okay? And none of them are willing to start over. You know why? Their kind of style, they will get smoked by back-to-back punching. Most of the cats in that competition, I don't watch a lot of these guys and whatnot, but I know that it's to the point where I'm coming, babe. Put that tank top back on the right way. Don't put that on like that, babe, okay? Goodness gracious. That's backwards too. You don't have it on the right way at all. Man, he help him. Anyway, so that concludes my prediction for Nunn versus Danny Meyers. Danny Meyers 2-1 or debatable. And I look forward to the battle. It's the 6 past commandments.